Another really useful function that you're going to use on these is to check resistance of a wire, which is over here. And you can see this symbol right here. Looks like an upside down horseshoe. That's the ohm symbol. So that means resistance, and that's a very basic check to check a wire. So here I have a wire. I'm going to zoom out. Well, for one thing, you can just check these two together. Resistance, you want it to be closer to 0, more like a very low reading, 0 point something is usually good. And resistance goes into checking continuity. And if you're on one end of the car and you're checking a wire, let's say this wire, well, if it's a solid, good wire to the other end, which would be this one, then the resistance is going to be 0 or a few tenths, okay? And the problem that you'll have on cars is that you'll get corrosion, you'll get bad connections, and those increase resistance. But anyway, just to start off basic, I know this is a good wire section, so if I start off with testing my two leads together, let's see what these say, because I'm not going to get any lower to 0, closer to 0 than this right here on my meter. So my meter has seen better days, and I think I worked out in the rain a few too many times doing heating and air conditioning. But 4 tenths, so 0.4, 0.3. In my mind right now, working on this car, that's 0. I'm not going to get any better than 0.4 ohms with this particular meter. And I'm just making that point just to show people, start off knowing what your two leads are together as far as resistance goes. Fancier meters, when you do this test, you can zero it out. You can do that and hit the 0 button, and then it'll begin to read 0. It doesn't matter. So let's do a quick check of this wire right here. So you just touch and you go right here. So this wire has a resistance of 0.4 ohms, which again is perfect, because with no wire, like I just showed you guys, that's 0.4. That's resistance. So you can check resistance on a lot of things. You do not check resistance on something that has live current going to it, like this 9-volt battery or 12 volts. If you know your system has power, you do not use resistance on your meter. It'll damage the meter, or it'll just say OL like it does now, out of limits. Bottom line, you don't check resistance with a live circuit. So I'm not going to show you that.